Oh, wait,
No.
this... Live.
Live.
Woo!
Action.
Good job, Lise.
Shark Tales
Woo! Let's do this.
with Andy.
Yeah.
So we talked about having a Shark Tales episode at Stockton a couple weeks ago. Where were we?
Yeah, we were in
Tulare.
Tulare.
Oh, Tulare, yeah, Trophy Cup.
I didn't
Sheesh, time flies when you're having fun.
I didn't think we were coming camping.
Yeah, you flaked out on me, and why?
Then
Because you're stupid ass kids.
we got kids doing soccer and baseball tomorrow.
Oh my god. So yeah, Sean called me Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday, it had to be Wednesday. He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching Survivor." He goes, "Oh, that must be nice." I said, "Let me guess. You're on your way somewhere to do something with your stupid kid." He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to pick up Allison at dance practice." Note to all you young aspiring race car drivers, don't have kids. It screws everything up. You know how many people I race with that I used to race with their parents? Now they don't get to race anymore because their stupid kids are racing.
You're
So that's you soon,
Speaking
man.
soon, like I've raced outlaw carts for years now and been racing parents now and now their kids and
Yeah, but your kids
Pretty soon it's gonna be grandkids.
Your kids gonna want to start racing, and your sprint car days are gonna be
I know. Well,
out the window.
let's face it, the sprint car days are almost about over.
They're almost out the window. I'll tell you
We're
what.
pretty damn close.
You want to know how to feel like if you're out the window?
Hmm.
Race Stockton. Sheesh.
And you were so good here for so long.
Yeah, but then they changed the track. So here's the funny thing: is the original track was shaped a little differently. We couldn't race on the horse track. And the first time I came here, I mean, it didn't blow my skirt up or anything. It just was like, okay, this is a new racetrack, and I was just fast. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Now I'm not fast, and I don't know why. So
weird.
I was
It
hoping I
doesn't
could blame
make
F
sense.
and F. You know, it's like I've been here for a couple years driving for F and F, and I always sucked, so it was their fault, right? So now I'll bring my car down. I'll show everybody. That didn't work either. So shoot.
Maybe you don't like seeing the flagman because remember in the very
Yeah.
beginning, they used to have like a crane out
From the infield.
in the infield with the flagman. Nobody ever could see that, so you'd just be going racing, and all of a sudden said, "Guys, like 2 laps ago,
Yeah.
the checker flag was out."
I ran over Nick Davis 2 laps after the race was over one night.
That's
I just
terrible.
wheeled his ass. And then, yeah, finally they come over and say, yeah, the race was over 2 laps ago. Well, I guess I shouldn't have wheeled him for 2 laps over the race, right?
It was overtime.
Overtime, yeah. What's that called? Is that called overtime in NASCAR when they do the?
I think it
the
is
extra?
overtime, right?
All right, so tonight was night 1 of the Gary Patterson tribute race, and it was 20 sprint cars, 22 spec sprints.
21 sprints.
We had stock car class
About
and
16 stock
dwarf
cars,
cars,
yeah.
right?
Sprints.
21 sprint cars.
Yeah, wing cars.
Oh, really? Okay. I was. We had the wrong gear in it for qualifying. We didn't really know what the hell gear to run, so we put the wrong gear in it.
Well, I think everybody was kind of in the same boat, talking to other people. Like everybody's lows were really high. So.
Yeah, I mean, I had low RPMs that were higher than some of my high RPMs this year that I've had. So
that makes total sense.
we definitely chased the gear a little bit, and I think we have the right gear in for tomorrow. I'm not saying anything. That means we're not going to be any faster, but at least it'll be the right gear.
It's always good to have a nice warm-up race kind of before the big event the next day.
You know what that's called?
Hmm.
Practice.
We're talking about practice?
Not the race, but
We're
practice.
talking about practice.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
We still got you, buddy. I sucked ass in the heat race, and then we just kind of kept massaging the car, and we thought we had it all dialed for the track conditions, and I'm sitting on the front stretch ready to go green, and this guy goes, hey, you know those stock cars chop the track up a lot, right? I'm like, oh, shit, that's not the setup we didn't put the stock cars chop the track up setup on. We put the super smooth. Yeah, and everybody was worried about it being rough tonight, and they definitely got it packed super hard, and it was killing tires, and it was dry slick, except for like 3 spots,
Yeah.
and they were gnarly.
Yeah. Definitely getting into one, like you could go like way underneath it. For a while you could go way around it, but even that wasn't
I
very
never was
safe.
able to go around it. I
Yeah.
tried it a couple times, then I drove off the track in 3. I have a hard time with my vision here. And the lights are kind of iffy, and I'm getting older, I guess. I'm going blind, but it seems that I drive off the track at least once or twice a night here, no matter what. Because I think I'm running the top, and the next thing I know, I'm 10 feet over the cushion.
Yeah, it's like, because lighting's typically bad at kind of most tracks. Like here, it's not the greatest, but where the edge of the track is really hard to, like, there's no definition to it or something.
We need like a foot wide chalk mark all the way around the track. Maybe that would help me keep on the track. Maybe I'll just bring my own. I'll go buy some flour tomorrow.
Oh.
Just mark the turns myself.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, it might help you too.
I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna be out there twice in 2 cars, so.
So you have double
Help me
the
out.
opportunity to drive off the track.
Yep. Can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
So let me ask you this. Did you, when you were watching the races tonight, was there any part of you that was like, I kind of want to be out there?
No, not really. And so it was funny, like, I was very focused on you the first part of the
Yes,
race.
you gave me tips on a red flag. None of my crew would jump over the fence and come talk to me, but you did. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of try to point you in the right direction anyway. So I was really focused on you. And then after about 45 minutes of the race, and I think 10 laps were down, I
Oh my
said,
gosh.
I should maybe start focusing on everybody to see what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So I was trying to kind of watching Dom and his line.
What was he doing? Teach me how to drive like Dom.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's so funny because when I came and told you, I said, hey, Dom's kind of huggy pulling it around the bottom. And then right after that red, like, he did that for a couple laps, and then he moved his line up. Like, first on the initial start, he would kind of like almost slide himself, like kind of go under that bump and kind of let the car drift and like kind of rock it off like middle, high
Slide
line.
up to the chunks of moisture.
Yes. But I do feel like toward the latter part of the race, like they were like all the fast guys, him and Golubic, Willie, I think they were kind of running the high line in 1 and 2, but still kind of bottom in 3 and 4. But bottom and right in the middle of 3 and 4 had that rough stuff, like it
Just like a patch, maybe 15 feet wide
Yeah,
or
it's
15
weird.
feet long. Yeah, I mean, so you're sliding in there for on ice, and all of a sudden you hit a 3-foot divot, and then all of a sudden you're bouncing into the ice again.
And this track is so unique. Like turn 1 kind of has always developed holes, but it seems like
Hey,
when you're watching,
you remember
it,
that time you drove through the hole and like almost landed in what's the next town past Stockton? Modesto?
Tracy, right?
No, Tracy's that way. I think, Tonight's your anniversary. How long has it been?
Was
It was
it 4 years or
2000.
3 years? I can't remember.
This guy flipped his ding dong off one night in a spec sprint here, and I'm not kidding you. He almost flipped a Modesto.
Well, I don't remember it at all.
Oh man! And then I had to go. I had to drop your car off. I was driving.
Yeah,
man, I was
at
talking
the
about
hospital?
white boy
Yeah.
driving through the hood. Man, I was a little bit scared. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but whenever there's a news report about Stockton and a murder, and they show the aerial, it's always got the goddamn racetrack in it. So I don't think this facility or this vicinity is like the safest place to be, especially when I'm driving through at like midnight. Right? Well, who's this white boy driving through our town?
Oh,
Well, I dropped you off, and then I went back to the hospital, and I ran red lights on the way back to the hospital because I was like, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, it was sketchy AF, but we're both here, we're live, and I don't know where this guy's going.
What was
but,
that?
Yeah, sheesh, looks like he's making a dump run. But anyways,
but it was turn 1.
happy
yeah.
anniversary.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, back to tonight.
Yeah, but
Someone else
turn
tried to do that
1,
tonight.
Yeah, where all that happened, but it's weird the way the track's set up and where that hole kind of develops. Like, guys will set for that corner and it jumps their car and they turn straight right. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. Like, everybody kind of sets and turns left around the corner, but everybody hits something and it straightens the car up and like sometimes goes straight right. It's bizarre.
So I think the top gradually got better.
Yeah.
What are you
Jeez.
doing?
It's like Stanford and Sons here. So I won't say better, but it started to kind of slick off. Still rough. So I tried the top a couple times early when I shouldn't have been up there. So I kind of scared myself from going up there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to be up there. So I'm running about 10th at this point, and the people in front of me are starting to get away from me. And I'm coming out of turn 4, and I'm going to commit to the top of 1. I was like, okay, it's time. They're driving away from me. And the 88 car flipped his ass off doing that. And Luckily, I hadn't committed to the top yet, so I watched him flip, and he kind of caught on fire. Did you see the fire?
That was scary.
There's an oil
yeah.
fire. Did it go out right away?
Not right away. Like it kind of was still lit when he was kind of tumbling,
and
then
just caught
stopped.
on fire at Tulare too.
Exactly.
Shit.
So like I was definitely keeping an eye on, but it definitely didn't ignite after that. But
Well, oil
the fire
fires
kinda,
typically
like,
you'd rather be an oil fire than a fuel fire. But
Yeah.
yeah, so when the Country Builders car tipped over, that was the seal of the deal. I am not going up there the rest of the race. I don't give a shit if everybody passes me. I'm in dead last. I was in like 10th.
Remember when you used to be called Mr. Excitement?
That's why I'm called Mr. Moderately Amusing. Every once in a while I'll do something cool, but not that often anymore. But sometimes it's risk versus the reward. How many cars were crashed tonight?
That's the thing. Like I think only 13 finished, 13 or 14.
4 or 5 were upside down.
Yes,
so
there was definitely.
yeah, it's
4
called
reds.
Live to Race Another Day. I mean, we were trying to figure stuff out with the car.
Especially battling for 10th.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you
how
don't-
hard am I
right,
going to
right,
go out
right.
and try? Like Ryan Timms, he's 15 years old, and he was just driving his ass off. Man, he would smoke my ass one lap and like be a half a lap ahead of me in one turn. And then the next turn, he's almost on his side, and I'm driving right back by him. So
Yeah.
I definitely took the path of least resistance tonight to try to, at least roll the car on the trailer. Somebody asked me, are you racing both nights tonight? This is earlier today. I'm like, well, it depends on tonight, because if we tear this thing up, we're not working that hard to get back here tomorrow. So
Yeah.
all we have to do is do some maintenance, and we'll be back tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I get to do double duty tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't get to play with you today.
So you still get to race twice this weekend. So
Yes.
Okay. All in one night, though.
Yeah.
Let me give you a piece of advice.
Okay.
What's very helpful when you do double duty, both rigs need to park next to each other.
Yes, that helps. And no B mains, right?
Oh,
we
God,
talked about
yes.
that in the past. No B mains.
Well,
No extra laps, especially on this track.
I don't know if NARC will even have a B main tomorrow.
NARC definitely won't, but 360s might.
Yeah.
We had 21 today, so we should definitely have.
Tony said he's crazy enough. Let's just say 27 show up tomorrow. I bet he says, screw it, let's run all 27.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of crazy guy.
Don't give him points though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Uh-oh. Original season of the Sprint Car Tour. What was that? Did we start 30 at Calistoke or something?
No, they wanted to, right?
They wanted to start 30.
Yeah, they wanted to start 30. They cut it down to 26, I think.
No, it's 24.
They cut it down to 24.
Because the first year you guys ran 22 in an A main, and then the next year they
Yeah, but
jumped it up to
he
24.
made the show, and then they didn't
By
want to give him
transfer.
points
Correct.
because he shouldn't have been in the show because they
He-
took 6 out of the B.
Right.
Or 8 out
They
of
took
the B.
like 8 out of the
8
B.
out of the B to
So-
put 24 in the main.
That's when you boycotted the rest of the season.
That was worth it.
It's funny, racers get all pissed off. We're never going to do this or we're never going to do that. What the hell else are we going to do? We got to come race at these places, right? I mean, like, screw this, screw Civil War, screw Sprint Car Challenge Tour.
I remember.
Where are you going next week? Civil War. Sprint Car Challenge Tour. I mean, what the hell else you going to do? You got to go do it. So, over time.
I remember you putting your foot down. I think I was a young buck racing modifieds, and
What did I do?
I
What did
look
my foot
look over at the push-off lane. We're in Chico, and somebody takes a board and breaks it
that
over
was
his knee
bullshit.
and
No,
chucks
this
it.
is a true story. So I'm gonna say this is 2002. So were you weren't a sprint car in 02?
Oh, so that was my first year in sprint cars, so I guess I was sprint car racing.
And you
then.
thought, wow, I'm gonna be friends with that guy someday.
We did not think that.
Okay, so here I'll make this long story as short as possible. This is back before there was a penalty for taking one at the end, and Chico. There for a while, you did not want to be early out because it was snotty and slimy, and the last 10, 15 cars would be clicking off track record times, and you turn a 16-second lap. So people were starting to get privy to the take one at the end, because one at the end was better than taking 2 at your normal spot, because you were going to just go out there and slip your tires in the snot.
Yeah.
So they were starting to have to come up with the rule to make people not do the one at the end. Some tracks were doing it, some weren't. Chico hadn't started doing it yet, so I went and asked Ed Kinkle. I was like, hey, what's the deal? Because I was early out to qualify. Is there a penalty for taking one at the end? He goes, no. Ed told me no. But at this time, Kenny Garcia was our scorekeeper and director of competition. Ask me how the hell that is possible.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's Ron Lindgren. Like, he does
He
pretty
does
much
scoring
everything.
and announcing.
Scoring and announcing.
That's a little different. The computer does a moderate amount of the work. But yeah, this is 02, before computers. He's pencil scoring and supposedly directing the competition, right?
Wow.
So I go out and I do my one at the end, and I end up being second or third quick, thinking world's great. Well, then they give the lineups up, and Kenny decides to penalize me. Well, I'd already freaking committed, at that point.
Yeah.
So I was mad at somebody, Kinkle. So I went and found his dry board, because we used to have the dry board out. They'd say, 49,
We didn't
17.
have receivers back then.
I broke that thing in two like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. I wouldn't do that now because I'm older and I don't get as riled up, but that was definitely pissed me off. I asked specifically
for that
I want to
reason.
know what I can or cannot do, and then he was overruled by the scorekeeper. Ugh. 19 years ago, and my blood pressure is freaking still going. Thanks a lot.
Didn't he already not like you guys anyways?
Well, yeah, my dad tried killing him at West Capitol one night in 1979.
It might have been why.
Our lighting's perfect.
I know. Stay there.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, so my dad, Garcia was the flagman at West Capitol in 1979, and kind of, I won't get into it, but anyways, my dad lost the race, and he knew it was Kenny Garcia's fault, so my dad went and tried pulling him off the flag stand. He got kicked out for a month and a $500 peace bond. This is in 1979, so $500 is a pretty big deal. But that's when he kind of started sprint car racing. West Capitol was starting to decline. Everybody knew that the track was going away in 80, and so he started racing sprint cars. So, yeah, he jokes that if he just would have killed him that day, he would be out of prison by now, and he would have saved all of us racers a lot of headache from 79 to... I mean, you can murder somebody and get out in like 20 years now, and maybe less.
Jeez.
So,
Didn't you ever
Why
say
not?
something to Kenny?
yeah, one night he screwed me. He really did screw me in scoring, and I said, my dad kicked your ass 20 years ago. I'm going to do it second generation if you keep that shit up. Has anybody ever threatened to beat you up, Lisa, as a scorekeeper?
I don't think so.
See, things have changed. Everything's tamer. We can't be violent to
We
the
can't hit a
scorekeepers.
girl. That's
I tell
just
you what,
science.
I would consider hitting Lisa sometimes with her poor scoring. But dinner was good. Thank
I've
you.
never
Don't spit in my dinner tomorrow.
I've never messed you up.
No, you always do give me
Yeah,
preferential
sure,
treatment over
I
him. I
stand
love
by.
it.
No, I don't. I don't give anybody
Yes, you
preferential
do.
treatment.
Yes, you do. Okay, so
Night one
where are you in
complete.
points tomorrow? Are you
I think I'm like 5th in
NARC?
NARC, 4th in SECT.
Where am I?
I think you're 5th.
5th? Can I pass you? I missed the whole night. I can't
you
be
missed
close
the
to
whole.
you.
I hope you can't pass me. You missed the
Oh.
whole night.
I'm gonna brag to you if I somehow can get ahead of you. Is there any way I can pass him?
I'm looking.
Okay. We got a filibuster for a second to see how many points behind I am. Yeah, so we blew up in hot laps at Hanford.
Do we know when the banquet is for SECT?
I don't even know if they've got
Do
one
we know
scheduled.
what time the NARC banquet is on
I think it's
Sunday?
like 11:30.
You think
In the
like
morning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
they
crap.
have like a
That's why we're
brunch
here.
No.
type thing.
Oh, I can't pass you, so you can just completely suck a big weenie tomorrow, and I still won't pass
He's
you.
got
Very
122
possible.
on you.
Can anybody pass me?
Unless the scorekeeper or, like the
Maybe.
director,
Just,
like the series owner congratulates somebody on the front stretch even though they shouldn't have won, maybe.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, for you to pass him because, it wasn't possible when he led the championship, but they
Talking about Civil War when
congratulated you.
Stole a
Oh, well, that's because your car wouldn't
Championship.
start.
Hey,
Maybe
we
next
were over
time.
trying to help
Next
you
time,
get
try
that
starting
thing
your
on.
car, right? Okay. I mean, how hard is
I
that?
did try.
Turn the fuel on, oil pressure goes up, you click the mag switch, and the thing starts. Bingo, bango, championship. Woohoo!
Sometimes it's not in the cards.
No. Kind of like when I flip flopped at Chico and hurt my back. I gave that championship to you. You're welcome. So we're even.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I will say that night I wasn't even like amped up or anything because I couldn't gain any in points, and I'm going down the ramp there at Placerville, the turn 3, or it takes you to turn 4, and I see the 2SB running up the hill, and I almost ran into the fence because I was like, what the hell? Oh crap! I almost hit the fence going to the freaking track.
Tanner Carrick and Isaiah Vasquez are close to you.
So I can't be a complete slapdick
Oh.
tomorrow.
No, you gotta
Gotta give me that top 5 points.
Good thing you had the practice today.
Practice.
You're all good.
Okay, that's it from the beautiful Stockton, California fairgrounds. And thanks for coming and camping so we could do
Yeah.
Shark Tales. We had a lot of people asking about Shark Tales, and you said we're going to do it at Stockton, and you almost backed out.
We did it. We're here for you, Andy.
For me,
Yes.
you're here for your fans to do Shark Tales.
And to close out how we started the show, we're leaving tomorrow morning at 7
geez.
o'clock
Are
to
you
go
kidding
to
me?
soccer.
What time? What?
Yeah. Soccer
7?
game's at 9.
It's at 9.
What
He's
time
got
are
to
you
be there at
coming home?
8:50.
Or what time are you coming back to the track?
Well, then he has baseball at 12.
But
Why do I remember baseball being in like April and springtime?
This is fall ball.
It's fall ball.
Is he
Yeah,
good
they-
enough to play fall ball? I thought that was like serious kids played. Isn't he
Do
like
you know
T-ball?
my kid?
Isn't
yeah,
he doing
he's good at
T-ball? T-ball? Fall ball?
No.
No, he's in farm is the level.
It's like machine pitch
Oh
type
my
thing. Yeah, they
God.
have so many different
No
things.
breakfast
It's
tomorrow?
ridiculous.
Yeah, who's making breakfast?
I got muffins.
I don't want muffins. We want freaking legit
did you want
I
me to
got a
do?
bowl of candy from
Ugh.
Halloween.
Take some cupcakes.
No. We want bacon and eggs. Get your ass up at 6. Make us some
I didn't
food.
bring
Just leave
bacon
it on the
or
table.
eggs.
Well, then now you got to get up at 5, go shopping, come back.
I do have a car here.
I got eggs.
Okay, that's it.
How long do we go for?
Can you see
30
it?
viewers. It's 11:19. Oh, speaking of 11:19, hey, let's give props. Even though the track sucked ass, they got the show done tonight.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
it
the
was
main
done.
event.
4 divisions, right?
What time did we get done? By about 9:50 ish.
Yeah.
We were still at intermission last Saturday at Marysville at 9:50.
Sean was already home.
Sean was damn near home from Bakersfield. I don't know if I told you. So we farted around at Marysville all night, racing, and then we celebrated a little bit. And Chris had cooked us some good food. Everybody was gone. Our damn truck battery was dead. Yeah, at like 1 a.m.
How'd you get it going?
Luckily, there was one rig there. I can't remember who it was. It was a Spec Sprint guy, and he had some little
Jumper box.
jumper box. I mean, this thing was no bigger than a freaking iPhone, and it started the truck. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Barely. So, yeah. That was our fun night at Marysville.
Trailers unplugged.
So, anyways.
What win was that for the year?
10.
10.
10.
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
Hey,
Double digits.
some wins weren't impressive, but I think I had a couple wins that were impressive. So, all you people out there saying I cherry pick, take that. Won a couple big races at Chico this year. Won the Tyler Wolf,
Oh, yeah,
won both
you
nights
did.
of the Platinum Cup. So, eat a bag of wieners. Is it time to go to bed?
It's time
You got to
for
get up
night-night.
early. I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
pissed
this.
off though. My freaking satellite wouldn't get the eye to view because I'm stuck in the damn trees. So I don't know what I'm gonna watch to go to bed tonight. I have to watch TV to fall asleep.
Oh,
What do
really?
you do? Do you just
No,
complete silence?
Turn the lights off and cover
Yeah,
your
and
face.
wait for Lisa to start snoring. And
Hey.
like a
Oh
couple
man, you
minutes.
snore?
No.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
Her
I've-
head hits
I've
the
never
pillow
heard-
and she's out, and then
No.
I just have to listen to it for a little bit.
I've never heard myself snore.
Yeah. Okay,
Maybe
so
over, Sean.
good night from Stockton. It's still Friday. We're not into the next day yet, so that's nice. And everybody come out to Stockton and support the tribute to Gary Patterson
Steve
tomorrow.
Kinzer's
Yeah.
gonna be here.
Nassetti's flying Steve frickin' Kinzer out here to sign autographs, and I heard TK in the Hamilton or Bates Hamilton cars as a tribute Steve Kinzer car.
Oh, really?
I heard
Oh,
that.
fun.
I heard
Wow,
that.
wow.
Don't quote me. That was a rumor. I heard that, but yeah, the King's gonna be here tomorrow.
The
so
goat guys, come see him.
yeah,
Come get an autograph.
yep. So
Cool
that's
deal.
it. Good night from Stockton.
Good job, Andy.
Good job.